Hello everyone and welcome back to Shri FC. I hope you all are well and you are good. Chelsea Football Club have won a match. We are officially safe in the Premier League. Super, Frank, super. We have finally won a game. 3-1 victory away to Bournemouth, a very high-riding team. They beat Tottenham, they beat Liverpool, they nearly beat Arsenal, got a draw. We went away and we won. After so much time, we scored 3 goals and now we have 4 goal of the month contenders. And big up, thank you so much, brother. The support of the channel means a lot. And we have won a match today. It means a lot. We are staying up. We have scored a goal. But the fans chanting today, Badiashile is superb. Please, people, do hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'll discuss a lot of things, the play ratings as well. And Chelsea Perspective, big, great channel, people. Please go to Chelsea Perspective and subscribe. And brother, we are staying up, man. It means a lot. And thank you, brother, so much to support the channel. People, please go to the channel Chelsea Perspective and subscribe. Some wonderful content there. And he's going to make a video tomorrow as well about Chelsea's match today. So coming on to the first slide today and a bit of discussions today. First about the match and bigger Chelsea Perspective. Watch a video. Big up, and people do subscribe to Chelsea Perspective and watch the content. Some fantastic content up there. And Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 3. What a damn performance, man. What a performance. We all were negative before the game. We all were thinking we are going to lose this game. It's going to be Bournemouth 3, Chelsea 1. But I was positive today. I was really, really positive, people. Thank you so much, brother. And big up to you, brother, as well. Thank you so much, brother. So we really started the game well. We really started the game well. But again, we grew a bit slow in middle. But then Kanté made a wonderful cross. And a good goal by Gallagher, who has been criticized really a lot, to be honest, but he has done a good job today. And after that, we again slept for 2 or 3 minutes and they scored a goal. You have to say a beautiful goal, an absolute wonder goal, a goal we really see at Chelsea. Very good build-up by Bournemouth, and that was a beautiful, beautiful goal to watch, people. It was beautiful goal to watch. And Vina scored a good goal, but again, how easy was it to get past us? We need a DM urgently. It was so easy. After that, again, we ended the half well. Second half, we started it so well. We should have scored a goal. We didn't. And then, I'm sorry, Frank got many things right in this game, but the substitutions slowed us down for some reason. And Bournemouth grew into the game. Kepa made a fantastic save. It was a 50-50 penalty on Thiago Silva. If it was given, it would not have been overturned. And because it was not given, it was not overturned. And it helped us. And after that, we scored a goal. At that time, it seemed like we're going to get a draw. I was running my rant, what I'm going to say on Frank Lampard. But then Ziyech made a wonderful magician cross. Badiashile, we had to put it in. We are staying up. And after that, we scored a goal, massive goal. And after that, Sterling did a good job. He was booed when he came on today, but he did a good job. Felix scored and they secured a 3-1 win away from home at Bournemouth. And big up to Blue Stand. Big win. It's time to celebrate fully, brother. I don't even know on this channel, on post matches, when I have celebrated in like 3 or 4 months. It was Wolves. It was all those stuff. I really don't know when the last time I celebrated a goal. But now I think I've celebrated today. Badiashile needs to start more often, as well as Madueke and Madueke. Badiashile needs to start more often, as well as Madueke. Absolutely. And I've been saying to Frank Lampard 100 of times, like I've said it so many times in my video, that why are we not playing a back three with Badiashile, Fofana, Silva? But Fofana was injured today. I did not understand why Badiashile was dismissed by Graham Potter when he was one of the better players under Graham Potter. I really don't know why Mudryk and Madueke have not started together since they've been signed. But finally, Frank Lampard seen the light, and hopefully we take this line with Nottingham Forest. We continue our momentum and end this season with some sort of dignity. And a very important win today, and a win which at least puts a bit of smile on the faces. We just cannot go to the next season on the back of 5 or 6 losses. We need to go with some positivity. Then hopefully Pochettino comes, that positivity grows, and we can start the next season well. It's important to end the season well with some dignity, and today was a good step towards it. A lot of players stepped up. They at least showed some humility towards the shirt they are playing in, and it was very important. Absolutely, we need to win the next match because 42 points is not enough. West Ham went down. No, we are staying up. It's confirmed now. We are staying up, brother. That's not a concern. But I think we need to beat Nottingham Forest now. We have built a momentum. We have Manchester United at Old Trafford, City at Etihad Stadium. We have Newcastle at Stamford Bridge. We need to beat Nottingham Forest and end the season with some sort of dignity and respect, some sort of positivity, some sort of goals, and then build on next season. We cannot lose or draw to Nottingham Forest because that will be shambles. Coming on to the next one, Madueke, and I've been telling a long time this guy should have been playing. He's such a good footballer to watch, such a great player to watch. One of the biggest positives today is always not just about goals, assists, and everything. It's also about the pleasure you get when you watch a player. And this player makes you get off your seat and really cheer him on and really see what he can bring on. Madueke was doing the same today. He really got me off my seat. He really made me cheer today, which we have not seen from Chelsea this season. And it was so good to watch. He still has a lot of raw aspects. He still needs to do better in a defensive phase. He still needs to do better in his final decision making, where he's trying to take a shot when it was better to give it to Gallagher, and we would have led the game 2-0. So these are the games Madueke needs to do better, and Madueke is really struggling in, but he's a young player who needs still a lot of time and a lot of coaching to develop. And with Pochettino, I think with a proper manager, with proper coaching, and the raw talent this guy's got, I think in 1 or 2 years, this guy is really going to explode in the Premier League. If nurtured right, if played right, if not played with huge expectation and pressure, if his injuries are managed very well, I think in 1 or 2 years' time with a proper coaching staff, this guy can really explode for Chelsea Football Club and can be one of the best players we have signed for a long time, a very talented youngster. But again, he's a very, very raw player, very young player, has the commentator said, very young player. We need to nurture him well, we need to develop him well, and we need to get a good coach who knows how to develop these youngsters and take them to better heights. Coming on to the next slide, and this is about Frank Lampard. And before it was 1-1, I was thinking about having a bit of rant today that Frank, why were you not bringing on Lewis Hall? Why are you bringing on Aspie at left back? A player that's not going to be a future part of Chelsea when Lewis Hall could be a massive part of the future. Why are you disregarding the youngsters? I was angry why he's bringing on Ziyech, who was going on with PSG in January and has not looked happy since. But Frank got it spot on today. His substitution were absolutely spot on. Bringing Hakim Ziyech on to deliver that fantastic cross, and bringing on Sterling, who made that wonderful run and gave it to Felix. Bringing on João Felix, who scored that goal. I think Frank Lampard today got each and everything spot on. And I was laughing, I was angry, but in the end, his things have been proven right. I was a bit angry on Frank, to be honest, in between the match when Bournemouth got the control and they might have had a penalty. I think Frank let the control of the game go away. But in the end, he got everything right, from the lineup, from the substitutions, Ziyech making massive impact. And as much as we can say he's not a good coach, we can be angry. Today, we need to give him his due credit. He got the thing right. And hopefully he learns from this and does much better. He's still not a top, not even a simple manager. He's still one of the worst in the league. Sadly, it hurts me. But today, Frank got mostly everything spot on. And super Frank, march on, and we get the important victory. Poch can make this team absolute beast. Fully agree. Poch is the perfect coach to develop. Fully agreed. And I think he has to be brought on very soon. And fully agreed. And I think Pochettino can be a fantastic coach. I just want Frank Lampard to end this reign, playing Madueke, playing the young guys, so that Pochettino has something to take forward next season. And today, Frank picked the right lineup. We tried to play the right brand of football. In the end, substitutions, I was angry, but the substitution turned out to be right. So Frank deserves this credit. And hopefully, Frank learns from this, and in the future, he can do much better. And today, Frank deserves massive credit for the victory. He got a substitution spot on. Ziyech made a fantastic cross. Badiashile scored. And Frank got his spot on. And hopefully, we continue on with it. Going on to Conor Gallagher, and Conor Gallagher always receives a lot of criticism, including from me. But my criticism has not been too much on him as a footballer. It's been Tuchel, Potter, everyone playing him wrong. But today, Conor Gallagher was superb in the game. He was very good. And it's not just to do with the goal. Today, Conor Gallagher was really, really good. He was getting in the pocket of spaces. He was making some very good passes. He made a very good pass to Mudryk, where Mudryk ran to the defender, but he lost the ball. Today, Conor Gallagher was fantastic in the box as well. He got in the right positions. He scored a goal that you expect from a fox in the box player. And today, he showed Havertz how to get inside the box and get that goal. And Gallagher was very, very good today. Defensively, he won a lot of interceptions and tackles as well. As much as we criticize this guy, he was fantastic today. It's so easy to criticize Conor Gallagher. It's so easy to go on him. And I still believe he's still not a top enough player for a club like Chelsea. But Tuchel used him wrong as a number 6. Graham Potter using him like an N'Golo Kante. Frank Lampard using him like an N'Golo Kante was fully wrong. But Conor Gallagher today played like what he used to do at Crystal Palace in a midfield number 8 position, getting in and around the box. And that was the best thing about Conor Gallagher. Today, he got in the pocket of spaces. He scored a very, very fine goal. People will say it's a simple goal, but the moment was fantastic. He anticipated the cross. He got inside. It was a good striker instinct, and he scored a goal. He won a lot of tackles. He won a lot of interceptions. He led the press from the front. He made some very good passes to Madueke. And today was one of Conor Gallagher's best performances this season. You can say Crystal Palace was the best performance, but that was just about the goal and nothing else. This was Conor Gallagher's best performance in a Chelsea shirt. A very, very good performance. And Pochettino still being interested in Conor Gallagher and Mason Mount. So hopefully under him and a good young coach, he can develop to do well. And coming on to Badiashile, and Badiashile was absolutely fantastic today. Absolutely fantastic today, Badiashile. I'm so happy with this performance today. Badiashile was fantastic today. He's doing a fantastic job. The way Badiashile played today. And Gallagher goal brought belief. Absolutely agreed. He came on. He scored that goal earlier in the game, and that allowed us to ease in the game. Badiashile was absolutely fantastic today. Like from the back, from the goal. It's not just about he scored a goal today, so I'm saying he was superb. He was the best. It's not just to do with the goal. Defenders are not there to score the goal. They have to defend. They have to play from the back. And Badiashile was fantastic today. He really, really played well from the back. Badiashile was very good with the way he was going on with the ball, the way he swept the ball around. There were so many instances where he was handling Solanke so well. People know Solanke is an absolute tough striker to handle. Badiashile had him pocketed the whole game. Badiashile, the way he was playing from the back was so good to watch today. And we missed that thing because I think as much as Wesley Fofana is a good player, Wesley Fofana for me sometimes struggles to play from the back, and Chalobah struggles to play from the back. Badiashile was fantastic today with Thiago Silva. Instead, he was the best one. He was building the play from the back. Kepa to Badiashile. Good pass from Badiashile to Madueke. Badiashile made some very, very good pass as well. And it was just inches away. I remember, I think it was Kai Havertz or Raheem Sterling. It was inches away from a very, very good assist and a goal. Badiashile was fantastic today. He could be the next Rudiger. I don't agree because I still don't see the leadership quality, but I think he could be a massive player for us, a very underrated player. He was a player who we signed for 33 million, a Christopher Weigl signing, a scouted signing, which Chelsea really do. And he was playing so well under Graham Potter. Then for no reason, Graham Potter drops him on the bench, drops him from the Champions League squad. And this is the reason Graham Potter got sacked, because he has no clue on how to run a club. Badiashile, then Frank Lampard came. Again, he showed why he's not proper manager. He ignored Badiashile. But finally, the guy was brought back, one of the best players in Chelsea team from January. And today, again, he defended well. He was good on the ball. And he scored a very, very important goal where he made a very, very good run. With young players, you're going to have bad days. With young players, you're going to have good days. But you at least back them. Badiashile was fantastic today. Defensively, he won a lot of tackles, interceptions. He scored an important goal for us. And I'm so, so proud of Badiashile today. Absolutely proud on Badiashile today. Coming on to the next one now, that is N'Golo Kante. And N'Golo Kante is slowly back to his best. And that is a massive positive. We still know he's coming back from a very, very long injury. He's still coming back from injury fitness. He still needs a lot of time, a preseason, more matches, more fitness. But N'Golo Kante, even in playing half fit, is still better than most of our team and still better than most of the midfielder in the league. He's so good. Again, he was played in a role where he was used by Frank Lampard to press up high up the pitch. And again, he was so integral to us. He got an early yellow card in the game, which made me scared that he won't go for tackles. He won't go for interceptions. He will be fearing the red card thing coming onto him. But no, N'Golo Kante continued to make the right tackles. His passing was not really good, but it was much better than the previous match against Arsenal. He really made some very, very good runs as well. And I was very happy with N'Golo Kante display. We need N'Golo Kante back fully fit for the next season under Pochettino, with players like Enzo Fernandez, with most probably players like Lavia. I think we can really cook next season. And N'Golo Kante returning to his confidence, returning to his best, being more happy is very, very important for us. I was very proud of N'Golo Kante today. He was absolutely fantastic today, N'Golo Kante. Just superb today. And yes, people will say his final output was not there. He does not take a shot when he's in the right position. He attackingly is bad. But people, we have known this for 6 years now, 7 years now. Kante was signed in 2016 for midfield. He was not signed for goals or assists. He has always been a player who lacks in the final output, but his other part of the game, pressing high up the pitch, winning the ball, bringing the other players into the play, leading a counter attack, That are the biggest qualities of N'Golo Kante. And finally, we saw those qualities of N'Golo Kante today. He was fantastic. He won the ball high up the pitch. He was building a good partnership with Madueke and Gallagher at that side as well. And Conor Gallagher did a fantastic, N'Golo Kante did a fantastic job today. He got an early yellow card in the game. He still kept on going on for some tackles. He kept on winning them. He had one good opportunity where he should have teed a Madueke earlier. He went for Havertz and the ball was won. But these things happen. These things happen. But N'Golo Kante overall was absolutely superb today. He's still not fully fit, remember. He's slowly coming back. He has still been a best midfielder for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And with fully fit Kante coming back in the preseason, hopefully we don't rush him, we don't play him a lot. We can have a very, very good season next time. Just a second, guys. Just a second. Really sorry, guys. So N'Golo Kante for me, man, I'm so happy with him. I'm so proud of N'Golo Kante. He was absolutely superb today, N'Golo Kante. And again, superb doesn't mean a 9 out of 10 display, a 10 out of 10. Superb doesn't mean that. Superb doesn't mean a guy has to score a goal or assist. But N'Golo Kante was integral to a press today. N'Golo Kante was integral to a defensive system today. And that is the thing we know N'Golo Kante is capable of and he can do very, very well. He's still not back to his full fitness and still he's so good. We need him back. He's slowly coming back. We need to renew Kante contract. Fully agreed. People on this channel know why I was against renewing his contract. My only problem with N'Golo Kante was that I did not know about his injury problems. I thought N'Golo Kante might never again be fully fit in his life. And that was a concern I had. But I've been proven wrong. I've been absolutely proven wrong. N'Golo Kante has come back fully fit and fully fine. And if N'Golo Kante can even play 70% of the next season, give him the damn contract, put the pen into paper and sign it. My only concern with N'Golo Kante was that he just might not be fit this season. He just might not be available this season. That was my only concern with N'Golo Kante. But N'Golo Kante is fit now. It looks like surgery has helped him. He's running the way he used to do. He's playing well. He's playing regularly. If N'Golo Kante is fully available with a player like Lavia next season, then Enzo Fernandez playing more forward, put the pen to the paper and sign it. Because, man, if N'Golo Kante is fit even for 70% of the season, 1 week, 1 match next season, I think we are going to really cook under Pochettino next season. And Gaurav, bhai, big up to Gaurav. Congrats, buddy. So happy for you. I was seeing your reaction. Thank you so much, Gaurav, brother. So good to see you after a long time. And hope, brother, you're well and you're good. And coming on to the next one, Substitution did well. And I've given Frank Lampard his due credit earlier in the video. Yes, we have been critical of Frank Lampard. I still won't come and say, Frank Lampard, the best coach. No. But Super Frank today got substitution spot on. He was a big reason we won the match. Ziyech came on. I was thinking, oh my God, why is bringing on Ziyech? Are you crazy? The guy wants to leave the club. When Sterling came on, I thought, wow, man, he's taking Mudryk off. What are you doing? And then you did not bring on Luis Hall. He brought Cesar Azpilicueta, and I was livid. I literally threw a diary out of my anger. I was so angry, but a substitution worked. Ziyech made that wonderful cross, beautiful curler, and Badiashile scored. I don't think any player on the pitch can attempt that, and that was fantastic by Hakim Ziyech. Well done, Frank Lampard. Raheem Sterling made a very good run and ended the game with João Felix scoring that goal. And João Felix was brought on the right time by Frank Lampard, and he also scored a goal. And super Frankie Lampard got the substitution right. We all criticize him. We all get angry at him. The fans have been really going at him, but he deserves his due fair of credit today, guys. Give him the credit. And please, people watching, it doesn't take much, man. Please do hit the like button, guys. Please, man. And please subscribe. It doesn't take much. And do participate in the comment section. And substitutions for me did absolutely fantastic today. Coming on to player ratings for today now. And we'll also discuss on the topics we had later in the video as well. So people who have just joined will be able to take what I really said in the video and the positives for the match today. So people, please like and subscribe, and please do participate in the player ratings that I'm going to do, and do put your player rating in the comment section below. It was some great performances. Gallagher, Badiashile, Madueke. There was some disappointment as well. I think Thiago Silva was not at his best today. I'm sorry, but I love Thiago Silva. Chile got injured. It's so sad, man. Chile got injured now, and nobody knows how long he could be out. I think Enzo was good in this game. Havertz, my God. So do participate in the live chat, people. It's going to be amazing. Starting off with Kepa Arrizabalaga, I really don't know why people are blaming on the timeline for the goal. Kepa is overall a very, very average goalkeeper, and he's not a goalkeeper fit enough to play in a top 4 team who wants to win trophies. But you cannot blame him for the first goal. That was a very, very good goal. He was good on the corner kicks today. He made some very important saves. If Bournemouth could have made it 2-1, he made a very good block on the corner kick as well. So I think he was fine today. He was a massive reason we were able to keep the game to 1-1. And then we went on to score the winner. And big up to Tiger Beast. However, I'm very, very good, bro. What about you? We've won a match, man, and happy days for us. And Kepa Arrizabalaga, for me, deserves to be 7 today. I think people are unnecessarily putting the hatred on him. He could do nothing for the goal. He's an average goalkeeper who cannot play for a team that wants to win a trophy, but you cannot blame him for today. That was a beautiful goal by Bournemouth where we lacked a DM to save that. We needed a DM to intercept that. That's not a Kepa Arrizabalaga mistake. He's not a good goalkeeper for a club like Chelsea, but do not blame him for today. And I think he's made some important blocks today where Bournemouth get a 2-1 lead and we are out of this game. So Kepa was good today. He deserves a 7 for me. Please, people who disagree in the comments, do put your player ratings and I'll be happy about that. And absolutely, our last win was against Leicester 3-1 and this was also a 3-1 victory. Coming on to Trevor Chalobah, and Trevor Chalobah for me deserves a 7 in this game. He was good today, man. Trevor Chalobah was fantastic today. And at playing at the right wing back, at a more preferred position for him in comparison to playing left centre back when Frank was doing against Real Madrid. Today, Trevor Chalobah was fantastic. He was absolutely fantastic today, Trevor Chalobah. He was like a player who was possessed, who was fighting for the badge, and he wanted to fight for the position. This guy has been absolutely mistreated by Graham Potter and even somewhat Frank Lampard. He was a player under Tuchel who did not used to be above Rudiger, above Silva, but a player, when he used to come on the pitch, he used to give you 6 or 7 out of 10 display every time. Trevor Chalobah is not one of the best centre-backs. He's not a very good young prospect, but the way people hype up Levi Colwill is fantastic, absolutely fantastic talent. But Trevor Chalobah has put nothing wrong in a Chelsea shirt, but I don't know why this guy gets hatred. He's a very, very good player who hasn't had many bad displays as a Chelsea player. He has been massively disrespected by Graham Potter when all the centre-backs were not doing well. And finally, Trevor Chalobah played today. And I've been telling it for a long time. We cannot play Cesar Azpilicueta as right back in 2023. I love Cesar Azpilicueta, but he's not good enough right now. Cesar cannot defend, and that is his biggest attribute. Today, Trevor Chalobah did well in the attacking phase. He really passed well. He really got in the right positions. In the corner kicks, whenever we were on the counter attack, he won the interceptions. He was very good defensively, the way he handled Bournemouth. Sometimes he was really done by Christie, but sometimes he really took on Christie. He was good today, Trevor Chalobah, and I think he deserves his massive credit. We talk about Levi Colwill, people hype up Empadu, we hype up so many defenders, but we don't talk about this guy. What did Trevor Chalobah did wrong to be absolutely banished by Graham Potter? He's a very good young centre-back prospect. He's a very good player who at Chelsea has really put bad displays and deserves more respect and deserves more recognition, in my opinion. And taking a bit of chats before I go to the next player, I can bet you even Neuer, Courtois or Martinez could save that. No, man. I disagree, but respectfully disagree, brother. It was a terrific top corner shot. I was fully agreeing. I don't think anyone could have saved that, but fair enough if people don't agree with that. Centre-backs, I think Thiago Silva, again, it could have been a whole different rating if that could have been given a penalty. That was a 50-50. If the referee gave it a penalty, it will not have been overturned. If the referee did not give it a penalty like it did today, it will not have been overturned. Thiago Silva still for me today was fine. He wasn't really great. He still was sometimes clumsy, but overall it was still a fine Thiago Silva display, not massive error, and still led from the front. So for me, Thiago Silva has to be given a 6 rating today, but his performances for me in recent weeks have gone down a bit, which can be understandable when the whole side has been not playing well. Badiashile, man, oh man, what a player, what a terrific signing. I was telling people that he could be a very, very good signing, a scouted signing from Christopher Weibel, with Stanley and Stewart, the new recruitment team. And he was a guy we signed for the future just for £33 million. And Graham Potter played him in his first 4-5 games. We got clean sheets. We beat Palace. We got a clean sheet at Anfield. We got a clean sheet against Fulham. And then great Graham Potter drops him from the Champions League squad, drops him all the way out of the squad. And this is why, sadly, Graham was never a good coach. Badiashile was fantastic. He was to be played more, but he was absolutely ignored by Graham Potter. And then Frank Lampard again showed why he was not good enough coach when he kept on ignoring Badiashile. But finally, Frank learned. Finally, Badiashile played, and he showed everyone why he should be playing more. Badiashile was superb today. He was splendid today. He, in defensive phase, he won so many tackles, he won so many interceptions. He was so good with the ball. Whenever Badiashile was playing from the back, I was calm, composed. Wow, wow, wow. It was so easy. I was composed. I was calm. And it was so good to see. And then Badiashile in the passing, oh man, wow. His passing is superb, man. Superb passing. And then attackingly, he made the right run, Ziyech crossing and scoring a goal. And we went on. We are staying up, man. And Badiashile, superb, brother. You were absolutely superb. Proud of this guy. There will be some bad days, and I'm reminding people he's a young player. He's going to have bad days, but don't drop your stocks in him. He's going to be a top player for Chelsea in the future. Badiashile, Colwill, Trevor Chalobah. We have a very good spine of centre-backs. Rivals can keep laughing. Chelsea are over. We are finished. We have Badiashile, Colwill and Fofana, top 3 young centre-backs, some of the top 10-15 young centre-backs in the league, I think in young age, and we have a very, very good future sorted, to be honest. Badiashile, Colwill fighting for the left centre-back position, and then Trevor Chalobah and signing one more centre-back fighting for the right, and our future is sorted, man. Absolutely agreed, the best signing so far, and it's not because I've won and I'm saying bad things. I've been saying these things in January. Our centre-back future is very sorted and very good. And hopefully, in some way, we can even give Ethan Ampadu a preseason. And even he can really do well. And with Pochettino coming, Badiashile, man, good days are back at Chelsea. It will be back. This season has been horrific, but it's not the end of Chelsea Football Club. Coming on to Ben Chilwell, very sad for his injury, man. The guy can never catch a break. When he finally plays some game in a row, his injuries always come back and put his career, man. Ben Chilwell was so good under Thomas Tuchel last season. And after that injury, we have never seen Ben Chilwell back to his best. And again, he has got a serious injury. I really don't know how serious it is. Hopefully, it's not serious and he's back because, man, it's again sad. Again, it looked like a hamstring injury and it looked very sad, man. He's a very, very important player for us. When Chelsea were competing for the title with Manchester City, Ben Chilwell at the left playing his best football, Reece James at the right. Our future was good. And then somebody cursed it and Ben Chilwell just cannot get fit, man. It's so sad, man. I love Ben Chilwell. He's one of my favorite players when he plays at his best. But injuries will never allow him to be fully fit. Injuries will never allow him to find his rhythm. And injuries are killing off a fantastic young player, man. Very sad for him. And hopefully it's not a serious injury. On the game, till the time he played, he was not really good attackingly. But he was not really bad. So he has to be given a 6. Coming on to the DM, Enzo Fernandez. And again, I think Enzo Fernandez was fine in this game. I think Enzo Fernandez overall did a fine job in the game for me. I think Enzo Fernandez in the long balls was very, very good. I think Enzo Fernandez recoveries were good. But I again and again will say in this video, he is just not a DM. Enzo Fernandez is a player who should be playing more forward. But because Chelsea have no DM, he has to play in this position. Hopefully with the signing of Lavia or the signing of Declan Rice, Enzo Fernandez can play more up the pitch, and that is his real position. Enzo Fernandez is a fantastic midfielder, and he should be playing higher up the pitch. Still, for me, he's playing in a position which does not belong to him. He's not a DM, and still doing it in a way he can do best, and still putting out 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 displays. And in a season that's been horrific, he has been some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. And Enzo playing out of his space, still being so good. Fully agreed, brother. Yeah, we'll see how Enzo will play next to a true DM. Absolutely agreed. But yeah, Lavia will continue in some way. Such a good player. Fully agreed. And I'm so excited with Lavia, man. Lavia, Enzo, Kante. We are coming for the teams next season. Not the league, the teams. Because with Lavia playing as a DM, Enzo will have the freedom to go up the pitch, make his passes, make connection with the attackers. N'Golo Kante can also stay up the field. I've been telling people for so much time on this channel, N'Golo Kante will never be a DM. N'Golo Kante is an attacking-sided midfielder who really just goes around the pitch. He does not track a lot as well. And we need to have N'Golo Kante, Enzo playing as 2 number 8s and then having Lavia as a sitter. And next season, if hopefully we sign Lavia, man, Chelsea have good days coming with them. We have good days coming. And hopefully in the future with Enzo Fernandez so young, we are going to have some good days back at Stamford Bridge. Kante and Enzo, both are playmakers and both box-to-box. I don't agree with Kante in terms of playmaker, but I fully agree with the box-to-box. Kante is a box-to-box midfielder. Enzo is also, for me, a box-to-box midfielder, but much more creative. But they aren't DMs. But because Chelsea have no DM, I think we are struggling. And many people will say Jorginho, but to be honest, with 6 months remaining on his contract and Arsenal paying us 15 million, we had to take it. Go in the summer, sign Lavia, and we'll be sorted for the future. Coming on to the next player to rate, that is Gallagher, and he deserves an 8 today. He was superb today. He gave everything for the batch, but I've always said on this channel, it's just not good enough. You have to do more. But today we saw the Conor Gallagher we used to see at Crystal Palace. He was fox in the box. The goal was a fantastic goal. Now people will say it's a simple finish. It's not a simple finish. He made the run, he understood the cross, and he was very good. He was making a lot of tackles, a lot of interceptions. He was winning the ball high up, and he was making some very good passes today. He made a very, very good pass to Mudryk, where Mudryk could have done better, and we will be paying Conor Gallagher more respect today. I've always said on this channel, Conor Gallagher has not been played good enough by sadly Thomas Tuchel and Super Frank some way and Graham Potter. He is not a N'Golo Kante. Get in your right mind. He's not a N'Golo Kante. He's not a Kovacic. Conor Gallagher is a number 8, just like Mason Mount, who loves to wander around the pitch. He loves to be in the attacking area. He is not a N'Golo Kante. Don't play him like one. Frank Lampard, since he's come to Chelsea, has tried to play him as a striker. Are you kidding? Thomas Tuchel, I love Tommy Tuchel, but Tommy Tuchel tried to play him as a number 6. Idiotic. Idiotic. And then Graham Potter trying to play him as N'Golo Kante. Idiotic. Conor Gallagher at Crystal Palace under Patrick Vieira was a proper number 8, where he used to be in the attacking area with Wilfred Zaha, Jordan Ayew, Olise, making the late runs in the box, scoring goals and pressing high from the pitch. That is Conor Gallagher's biggest quality, and that is what Chelsea need to thrive in, or either don't use him then. Conor Gallagher is a player who should be played in a 4-3-3 formation, should be given the attacking instructions, and should be pressing high up the pitch, and should be through the middle. That is his natural position. If you can't play him in that position, then sadly let him go. If you want to play him in that position, then keep him. But don't play him as a Kanté or a pivot player. Otherwise, you're destroying a young player and you're destroying the team as well. I still think Conor Gallagher still has a lot to develop, but he's not as bad player as Chelsea fans will make it seem out. And now coming on to Conor Gallagher, if Mason Mount sadly leaves the club, expect Conor Gallagher to stay and be a massive part of Mauricio Pochettino's Chelsea. If Mason Mount leaves, then being very, very honest, Conor Gallagher will be staying, and I have no problem. I love Conor, but I've always said he sadly just might not be good enough for Chelsea. But if he's playing in the right position, if Mason Mount leaves, then I think Conor Gallagher might be better one to keep in the club. And if Mason stays, then it's a whole different story. I've always said I want to keep Mason Mount at the club. And if Mason Mount stays, then I don't think Conor Gallagher will be staying at the club and will be going, because we have to sell one of them. But if Mason Mount goes, then I think Conor Gallagher under Pochettino's system in a 4-3-3 can do a very, very good job for us. I still think Conor Gallagher is not a bad player. He might not be great enough for Chelsea, a team that is used to have midfielders like ACN, Macaulay, Kanté, Lampard, but he's still not that bad. He's a 4-3-3 player who loves to be in the attacking area of the pitch, but Chelsea have played him as Kovacic, as Kanté, and that is idiotic. Fantastic display today, and he was very, very good today. The only problem is even if we beat Nottingham Forest, then we have the 3 big ones and City, Newcastle, Man United. See, I don't think bar United we can win any of those games. But hopefully beating Nottingham Forest gives a positive vibe. We go on Manchester City, we lose 4-2. We drew 2-2 versus Manchester United. We draw 2-2 versus Newcastle. Mudryk scores a goal. Madueke scores a goal. We can at least end the season well. So we have to beat Nottingham Forest to continue this positivity. Wow, so amazing. The boys have fully agreed, man. And finally, Chelsea have won a game. Now, if Mount leaves, we should ship Gallagher as well. But brother, again, the reports are coming that Pochettino really wants to use Mount and Gallagher. And I think Chelsea are not trying to sign a lot of players. The reports are coming that Todd Boehly won't be spending a lot of money. Todd Boehly will only try to sign a goalkeeper, Lavia, and just one more player. So it doesn't look like Chelsea will not sign a lot. We are trying to sell at least 10-15 players. And I think it's going to be a massive summer at Chelsea Football Club. Coming on to the next one, that is N'Golo Kante. And as I said earlier in the video, N'Golo Kante was fantastic today. He was not a 9 out of 10 display, 10 out of 10 display, but N'Golo Kante overall was absolutely stupendous today in job he did. Why I've given him a 7 rating? Because his final output was not good. And I still think defensively he made some errors. But other than that, that is not what I expect of N'Golo Kante. I do not expect him to make a 1-2 passes. I don't expect N'Golo Kante to make a Cesc Fabregas SQ pass. I expect N'Golo Kante to be high up the pitch, winning the ball, giving to an attacker, then getting back in position, making important tackles, important interceptions, and making passes in important occasions. And today he did 80% of that. He's still getting to match fitness, and that is why I give him a 7. He was very good today. And N'Golo Kante, slowly returning from surgery, playing more and more matches, getting his fitness back. And next season, if we can have N'Golo Kante fully fit, fully back, then we have to extend his contract. And then the future at Chelsea is not that bad as people are saying. It's going to be a great future under Pochettino if N'Golo Kante is fully fit and well. Taking some comments, but yeah, Felix is such a good player. Don't you think Felix can play under Poch in a formation? I do think he's a good player, but Felix can only work if you have a natural number 9. And I think if we get a proper number 9, then we can take him on loan. But if we have no proper 9, then there's no benefit of getting him on loan and paying 20 million for that. And a striker, we need a striker. We need a goalkeeper, CDM, and striker. Fully agreed. These are 3 priorities. But sadly, people, I know you're going to bash me, but rumors are coming that Romelu Lukaku might be coming back to Chelsea. I guess so. We're going to get Onana Raya, Lavia Ugarte, and most probably Kone. And Kane. No, Kane is not possible. Vlahovic is possible. So we'll see in that. Coming on to Madueke, what a guy, what a talent, an amazing performance today. I will again warn a lot of people before I go on Madueke. You need to be a bit more calm with this guy. Please don't start best talent in the league, better than Bukayo Saka, better than Kulusevski. Please don't do that. He's a youngster who is still very raw. He will have a great game. He will have a bad game. He will have a great game. He will have a bad game. He's still in defensive area of the pitch, is still very weak and still very unconcerned. He still needs to do better when it comes to defending and pressing. But Madueke is such a good footballer. He's a footballer who gets me on my feet. I have not been up on my feet since we used to have Eden, Michael, Hazard playing for this beautiful club. But now we have players like Madueke and Mudryk who are raw talents who really get me on my feet. Whenever they have the ball, I say, now something is going to happen. But they are still very, very raw talent. They need a proper coach. They need fans to be calm. There will be a situation where Madueke misses a 1-yard sitter, Mudryk misses a 1-yard sitter. But these guys, under a proper coach with proper development of 1 or 2 years, can be our Saka and Martinelli. Not that good. Before people clip me and say me, I'm not saying they will ever be as good as Saka, Martinelli, but they can be our Saka and Martinelli, where we give them 2 years of development, a good young coach, and then with a good team in 2 years, these two can be very good. For the end of the season, Madueke and Mudryk need to play regularly. And today, Madueke, in terms of footballing, attacking wise, was so good. The way he was keeping the ball, the way he was dribbling, my God, man, it was beautiful to see. It was so beautiful to see. The only problem with Madueke was he dribbled past 4 players and then he made a wrong decision. He dribbled past 3 players and then he made the wrong position. But I can get behind it. I know there is talent. I know there are signs of improvement. But there are some good things to watch. His attacking responsibilities, his dribbling, his attacking quality, these other things, his final output will be improved by a good coach like Pochettino. And in 2 or 3 years, we'll have a fantastic player on our hands. So before I go to the next player rating, people, please hit the like button. Please subscribe and please support the channel. And going on to the next one, that is Mudryk. Mudryk was not really good today in terms of attackingly. He did not have a lot of opportunities. But what he did today was he really countered the space. Whenever Mudryk had the ball, there were 2 or 3 players trying to get at him, freeing the space of a corner, Madueke, Havertz. And whenever Mudryk had the ball, he was looking threatening. And these are the positives. Mudryk is a player who is still very raw, but he's good dribbler. He knows how to get in the right positions. His pace is electric. And these are signs of a player who always causes opposition troubles. With more development, with more nurturing, with more patience, this guy can be a world beater in 2 years' time. But for that to happen, club needs to play him regularly, give him a proper coach, give him the time to develop, and hopefully with patience, we have a very top player in the hands. And Frank needs to play him regularly at the end of the season, so Poch knows more about him. And Mudryk was very good today in what he did, but was overall not that effective in the game because he was man-marked or at some point he lost the ball. But these things happen with youngsters. And coming on to the striker, Kai Havertz, before I take the comments. And Kai, King Kai, man. I'm not talking about Dragon Ball Z King Kai, but King Kai Havertz, man. What are you doing? Like, in this game, see, that's the problem at Chelsea. I don't understand. The season is finished. Why are we not playing players like David Fofana? What's the worst thing that's going to happen? See, I've always said on this channel, because Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is a striker. See, Aubameyang is a striker who only can work well when service is given to him. Aubameyang is not a hold-up player. Aubameyang is not very good with his pressing. Aubameyang is not very good with other part of the game. Aubameyang is a fox in the box and nothing else. If you have a team that creates chance after chance after chance, then you can play Aubameyang. But if your team really struggles to score a goal, you need a player like Havertz that can hold the ball up, that can bring other players into the game, can press from the front. And this is why we have to play Havertz till the end of the season over an unfit Aubameyang. But this doesn't mean that Havertz is the answer and he's a good striker. He's an awful striker. An awful striker. First of all, Kai Havertz is never a striker. He never will be. His movements as a striker are not there. He's more like a number 10 and that's it. Kai Havertz is not a striker who makes the right movement. Kai Havertz hold-up play is better than Aubameyang, but not really great. And again today, Kai Havertz, in some parts of the game, he was so slicky. He was so good. He made a good hold-up play. He brought the other players into the game. But in other aspect of the game, he was very poor. His finishing at some point, now people will say, Havertz did not have a chance. But you have to make your chances as a striker. There was a moment where Sterling made a cross and Havertz did not anticipate it and he hit this part of the head and it went on for a Bournemouth goal kick. You need to do better, my guy. There were so many opportunities where Havertz could have made the run. He ignored it. There were so many moments where Havertz ran with the ball. He could have tried to shoot. He could have shot. And he slowed the play down. Why, man? Why, man? And this is why I love Kai. I still think there's a player in him, but he has to bring it out quickly. We cannot be too patient. And he is not a striker. We need to sign Ivan Toney, but nobody knows what's happening with his ban. That's the only problem. We need to sign Ivan Toney, but his ban is my major concern. That is my major concern. So coming on, I'm taking a bit more comments here, people. So please, people watching, do hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel, man. Up the Blues, man, and please subscribe. Taking some comments here, people. I know a lot of people have commented. I apologize for that. And Chelsea. I'm just happy for the win. Doesn't matter how we played. Fully agreed. And I want Havertz to leave. I still will give him time for next season. But if in next season he does not play well, then yes, he can leave. But I'm just going to say one thing, being very, very honest, brother, that if we get 60-65 million offer and Koku coming, then you have to get rid of him. But overall, I do want to give him time. But Kai Havertz has always been a player who has the talent, but he is always flattened to deceive. I don't know how Felix and Nkunku will fit the same team. I think that's why we don't need to sign Felix. I think we need to bring Nkunku. We need to sign a proper number 9 and just think a lineup of Nkunku, Ivan Toney, Madueke, and Mudryk. My God, that's gonna be superb. Mudryk, Madueke, Nkunku, Ivan Toney, then Lavia and Enzo in the midfield. Oh my God, oh my God. But again, nobody knows it's gonna happen. And Shreyafsi Bhaiya, come on, Mudryk and Madueke will be better than Xhaka and Martinelli. No, Saka. I did not say Xhaka. I said Saka. And they have physicality. Brother, why I said that is still, I cannot make that comment. Like, if I say they'll be better than Saka, Martinelli, some people will take me wrong. This is why I'm saying they're still not at the level, but they can strive to be at the level. And both are so good. Has SS, yeah, fully agreed on that one, brother. I know you're talking about Felix and Nkunku. And to be honest, if Nkunku is there, we don't need Felix. If Sterling, Pulisic, Ziyech leave. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Pochettino, rumors were coming in, loves Pulisic. Do not be surprised if Pulisic ends up staying here. We have to keep that in mind. Do not be surprised. That's the problem. I don't understand Nkunku coming in. And I do understand that part, brother. But Datro Fofana is on any day better. Fully agreed. I'm not saying he's better. But right now, with the circumstances, the way Chelsea are playing, we need to play David Datro Fofana more or it's bad. Now coming on to the substitution rating, people. And now coming on to the first substitute, that's Raheem Sterling. He came on and fans were going, boo. They were booing him. And see, I still think Sterling is not a bad player. Chelsea have made everyone look bad. And there's no benefit in booing our own players. But I can understand fans' angles as well. But Sterling came on and hopefully he won a bit of trust of the fans. He made a very good run inside the box, passed it to Felix. And Felix scored. That is more like the Raheem Sterling Chelsea sign. That's more like a Raheem Sterling we saw under Tuchel. I will always say Sterling is not a top player. He's still not a world-class player, but he's always a player who brings something into the game and he makes good runs. He really troubles the defenders and Chelsea have made everyone bad this season. I'm not saying I'm a Sterling advocate. I'm not saying Sterling should stay at Chelsea. I'm not saying Sterling is going to have a great season next time. I'm only saying that with Frank Lampard, Graham Potter, no proper coaching, anyone will look bad. We have to give him at least 6 months under Pochettino, and then we have to make a decision. And today, we at least saw the glimpses of what Sterling can bring, but we just don't see it regularly. A very good assist and a very, very important goal. Coming out of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek for me did not have much on the pitch, and instead I think we declined since he came on, and that's not his mistake. What N'Golo Kante brings, Loftus-Cheek can never do, so I'm not going to waste my time on this rating, to be honest. Coming on to Cesar Azpi, I think I'll give him a 6 because defensively he was fine, but again he did not have much to do, and to be honest, that is still a wrong substitution. I don't want to criticize Frank today. Frank got everything spot on, but you could have brought on Luis Hall. Frank, you used to be a manager that used to bring on players like Gilmore, James. You used to give chances to Mason Mount. Why are you not giving chances to Luis Hall, a kid who got a loan offer? Chelsea rejected it, and now the boy doesn't even get a chance. He's a talented young boy. We have nothing to achieve this season. Cesar Azpi is not a left back, and I was very disappointed with the substitution. I'll stay by it. Coming on to the next one, Hakim Ziyech. He came on and he changed the game. He was fantastic. When he came on, he had some good dribbles, and that cross was absolutely fantastic. That was a beautiful cross. I don't think anyone on the pitch will really try that, and that was a fantastic cross by Hakim Ziyech, and that was a very, very good goal by Hakim Badiashile, and a very good cross by Hakim Ziyech, and a match winner that guarantees us safety and gives us something to be happy about. I still want him gone because I think our side is first of all not made for a player like Ziyech. And number second, I still think he doesn't care. And what happened in January is better he leaves. But I just want to see him play with professionalism and desire. And today he came on the pitch. He fought for the badge. He made a very good free kick. He, other than that, also dribbled past 2 or 3 players as well. So today, Ziyech deserves his praise and credit. And he was very, very good today. Coming on to the next one, there is Joao Felix. Again came on late. Was criticized by Frank Lampard for his off-the-ball work. Fans are getting angry with Joao Felix. He doesn't provide goals and assists and want him gone. But today he came, he scored a goal and did a good job in that. There was a good finish. He has been hitting the bar so much times. And I still think there's a very talented player in Joao Felix. Why I don't want him to stay at Chelsea is because we have too much profile like Felix, Havertz and Cuckoo. And I think if you don't have a proper number 9, then Joao Felix is no benefit. If you have Osimhen, Tony, then Felix makes sense. But otherwise, it doesn't make sense to pay 80 million for him. But it doesn't mean the guy is not talented. He's a very good footballer. And today he did a good job for me. And it was overall very, very good to watch. People watching, please, man, don't take much. Do hit the like button, guys. And please subscribe, man. 1 click, man. It doesn't take much. So taking some comments and then I'll go to more slides. And we'll discuss on the topics we discussed earlier on before I end the video. So if it goes that players who we want to sell are performing, it just gets easy to sell them. Absolutely agree. That's a very, very good point, Tiger Beast. I want him to stay because it feels like proper Chels. I do understand, but the only thing is I think 80 million is too much for him, brother. That's the point. If we sign a player like Ivan Toney or Osimhen, then I can understand because he's a better creator than Havertz, he's a better creator than Nkunku, and he can combine well. But other than that, it doesn't make benefit to pay 80 odd million for him when we are in need of a goalkeeper, a center defensive midfielder, and a proper striker this club has been begging for so many years. So guys, please, man, coming on to some slides to discuss. Coming on to slide number 2 first, we discuss heavily on Madueke. He's a talented guy who just needs more development, but it was so good to watch him, man. It was so good to watch him and a fantastic talent. One of the positives today and a player that you can build on in the future to do something better. I discussed absolutely Frank Lampard today. We have heavily gone on Frank. We have really criticized him. But today was one of those days where Frank Lampard did an absolutely stupendous job today. He deserves credit. I was angry when I was running a massive rant on Frank Lampard's substitution, but Ziyech came on, got an assist. Felix came on, got a goal. Sterling came on and got an assist. And Frank deserves his credit. He ran the game well. I'm still very angry at him for ignoring Luis Hall and bringing Azpi. It never made sense. But because Chelsea have won today, I don't want to go on it. But overall, he got the lineup right. He played Mudryk, he played Madueke, he played Havertz, and he dropped Kovacic. And it was a good display by Chelsea today. So Frank deserves his credit. He has had a horrid time as a manager from Everton to Chelsea. He really got his spot on today. And he deserves a bit of praise for what he did today. And hopefully we play the same lineup against Nottingham Forest. And we beat Nottingham Forest. We build some momentum. And then we end the campaign well. If even Frank Lampard can play Mudryk more, can play Madueke more. These two players develop towards the next season. Will always praise Frank Lampard for doing those things. So Pochettino was able to develop them more and do good things. But if Frank Lampard continues to ignore youngsters, then that's going to make angry for a season that's already finished and done. We discussed heavily on Conor Gallagher. He was played wrong by Thomas Tuchel. He's not a number 6. He's not an N'Golo Kante. He's more like a number 8. And finally, he was played in the right position today. And Badiashile is superb. The guy deserves more respect. A proper signing by Christopher Weibel. And for rivals, I'm sorry for the rivals that go with a lack of research. I'm going to say this. The rivals that speak with lack of research, I can understand. You can criticize Chelsea. We are 12th in the league. Todd Bowley is a bad owner. You can say what you want. But use your brain in signings. Oh, Chelsea have signed a Mudryk looking at Arsenal. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. We signed Mudryk because we scouted him. You like it or not, it was a scouted signing. Badiashile was a scouted signing. Enzo Fernandez is a player we've been crying for, along with a player like Lavia. David Fofana is for the future. Chukwuemeka is for the future. The signings the board have made in January make a lot of sense. They just need a right coach, right development, and Chelsea will be back right on top in some years. You are an idiot, Body. I don't understand. You're trying to say to me, brother, if I said something offensive, I'm sorry. But I'm angry with the Arsenal fans or the rival fans that are going on. You have signed Mudryk like FIFA. You have signed him from Arsenal. That is not the case. We did a research and we did the thing that we needed to do. So I don't agree with that, to be honest. And coming on to the next slide we discussed on today. This was about N'Golo Kante slowly coming to his best. And that is a massive positive for us, man. Getting N'Golo Kante back fully fit next season with Lavia, with Enzo, will be very, very, very good for us, man. And so happy to see N'Golo back on the pitch and playing very well as well and getting his fitness back. I think we criticized these three players heavily. Felix has been criticized. Sterling has been criticized. Absolutely. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, brother. And big up to Tiger Beast, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, brother. It means a lot. And Ziyech, Sterling, Felix did a very good job today. So they deserve their massive pleasure. And now coming on to final part, that is a post-match and discussing heavily on the post-match. So people watching, please do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm just going to have this final discussion and then we'll end the video. So please like and subscribe if you haven't. What happened today was lineup was announced, meltdown started, but everybody was happy to see Mudryk, Madueke start. At first, I thought it might be a back three, but it was Trevor Chalobah at right back. It was left back in Ben Chilwell. It was Badiashile, Thiago Silva. Kepa has a goalkeeper. It was Enzo playing as a DM, which is not his natural position, but we have no option. N'Golo Kante was playing a right centre midfield. A left centre midfield with Conor Gallagher. And then front three was a Mudryk, Madueke, and Havertz. Everybody was angry. Why is Conor starting? And Conor Gallagher played really well. He scored a good goal. He played like he used to do at Crystal Palace, and we got an early goal. Then, as always, Chelsea switch off. And because we have no natural DM, Vina and Christie play FIFA Ultimate Street here and go on to score a beautiful goal, but a goal that a team like Manchester City with Rodri, Arsenal with Partey, United with Casemiro never concede. So we need to correct it. And if people are blaming Kepa for that, I respectfully disagree with you. That is a mistake of the midfield, but sadly we have no DM. After that, we again ended the half well, but sadly we were not able to find that final output. Second half, we started well, and sadly, because N'Golo Kante cannot play so many minutes, Frank had to bring on Loftus-Cheek, and that killed the momentum, and Bournemouth started dominating. Thiago Silva, for me, got lucky. It was a 50-50 decision which went in his favor, and Bournemouth did not get a penalty. Kepa kept us in the game. He made some massive blocks, and after that, when it looked like substitution came on, Ziyech, Sterling, fans were absolutely furious. There were some boos. People thought Chelsea were going to lose this game or draw. And then Ziyech makes a wonderful cross. Frank's substitution is spot on. And they score a good goal and we go on to get the lead. There were still fears. Man, no, please don't make it 2-2. And then Raheem Sterling went on. He made some good run. And he passed to Felix, the substitute, and he scored a goal. And super Frank, got his first victory. And we went on to win the game. Big up to Abhishek Bhai here. Massive supporter. Thank you so much, Abhishek Bhai. And maybe Fofana is answer to a striker problem. For me, it's not even about an answer problem. I don't agree with that because I think he still deserves a loan. I still think David Fofana, Chukwuemeka, Cassett, I need a Premier League loan to be coming into Chelsea team while Andre Santos is more ready. What I mean is that Havertz is not playing well. Aubameyang looks unfit. and season is over. So why not give the guy a chance to prove himself at least? That is my anger with Frank, and that was my anger with Graham. For me, Frank, there's nothing to achieve this season. Just play the youngsters, end it well, and we end with some positivity and happiness. That is my only thing. And we went on to win the game, and happy days for Chelsea. So happy, guys. We have won a game, and we are staying. We have scored a goal. We have scored a goal. We are staying up. We are staying up. We are staying up. And that looks sad as a Chelsea fan. See, guys, we still should never ever decrease our ambition. I want a top 6 finish and a good run in the cup next season. So as a fan, I will never deny my ambition. But also, if this club goes to the championship, I'll support it. On this channel, in pre-matches, I've always come and I've come angry, I've come sad, I've cried angry, but finally there's something for me to happy about, and I'm so happy. What is your take on Havertz? The guys really fully agreed, man. I am myself frustrated, brother. But brother, I only made one point. The thing is that Aubameyang is unfit, and Aubameyang, for me, Abhishek Bhai, has always been a striker who loves to thrive on crosses, the teams that create chances. He's not a striker that holds the ball up, not a striker that brings other players into the game. So there's no benefit to play him when he's unfit. And sadly, David Fofana is not being favored by Potter and Lampard. So we have no other option. I've always said Havertz has to be taken strictly. If you get a good offer, sell him. If you don't get a good offer, give him 5-6 more months, and then you have to make a final decision. On Havertz as well, I always said he's not a striker. He's a number 10. But sadly, at Chelsea, he has failed as number 8. He has failed at number 10. He has failed as a winger. He has failed as a striker. Havertz has always been 2 months player, then absent for 10 months. And that's been his biggest problem. And with Havertz, either play him as a number 8 or a number 10, or there's no benefit playing him as a striker. And we need to sign a striker of the quality of Ivan Toney or Osimhen. And Toney is possible, but nobody knows the ban he's going to get from the Premier League. And in my humble opinion, he should be sold at all costs. I still don't understand why Mount is hated. Mount, I don't understand. Mount deserves his praise, and Mount attackingly has been leading the club much better than Havertz. And I think I want Mount to stay, but if he doesn't want to stay or he wants to see, it's his decision, his life. So I have no problem with that. But I think if Mount goes to Liverpool, then Connor will be staying here because Pochettino, in his style, will need one of those players, whether we like, whether fans like or not. On that note, I end. Chelsea won. Super Frank. Chelsea. We won, please. Please, people, do hit the like. Please subscribe. Thank you to everyone in the comment section. All the support means a lot, man. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe. Big up everyone. Up the Chelsea. Hope you have great day. Great day. Thank you, everyone. Finally, no weekend ruin.